back to the finale, the end of the series of Quantus on the FTOG server. Now, the Quantus server has been running for quite some time. Thorgal has had it up and running for, I think it was 5th season of modded Minecraft that he'd had running. And the FTOG community, FTOG YouTubers, and everybody got in and along with the second mod pack. I think it was the second mod pack he made for the FTOG group. And now it is all coming to an end. It's about at the stage where the server's getting a little bit laggy. Everyone's done what they want to do. Everyone's finished off what they wanted to finish off. And Thorgal has finished up with doing the mod packs and making all of the server stuff happen for the FTOG YouTubers. He's still going to continue doing stuff for his patrons. Oh, look at where we're at. It's gone. It's bye. That's it. End of. Yep, that's it. Server closed. Bye. See ya. No. That was not the server dying on me. That was not the server saying, "You called me laggy. I'm gone." Or Thorgal saying, "Don't say that about the server. Get off now." No. It was nothing like that. That was just the regular routine restart that we have at the same time every day. And I should have remembered that it was at this time of day when I'm recording to get it done. But anyway, let's see. The world around me would load back in again now. It's fairly swift again because I'm only loading my chunks, which is nice. And I haven't got anything else in my memory, as it were, for worrying about all the other places on the server and everything else that's going on. As you can see, I'm about ready for the final tier of these extra utilities generators. And I was so close to the end. I was so close to finishing it off. This wonderful factory all working toward making the power to make infinite power and all that kind of stuff, right? It was working all the way up to it with all the mob farms and everything. It's been great. I've enjoyed it. But it stopped a while ago. It stopped being fun a while ago because we'd done so much and all that kind of stuff, and nobody was playing on it anymore. So I haven't recorded an episode for ages. So those of you that are watching the playlist and binge watching this playlist, and you're about to get to the last episode, here you are. Thank you very much for joining me for all this time. But there was a great big gap between the last episode and this because, well, reasons and stuff and things happened and other stuff in life happens. And now this is the last episode on the server, and the server is going to be closing down in a couple of days, and the FTOG YouTuber group are going to be going away and renaming themselves something else. And Thorgal will be keeping his FTOG group and servers for his Patreons and friends only. So that is the news. Aside from that, right, we've got all this to make, right? There are some really bad graphics on here. This is not what it's supposed to be. These are two little sections for a rainbow generator. Top half and bottom half of the rainbow generator. It's basically all 16 colours make 16 different types of generator. And all 16 generators put together make a rainbow generator. Bottom half and top half. And let's see if we can get these together now. I'm really hesitant with taking them all out. The rainbow generator. We need to take the top half of the rainbow generator. Oh, that's scary stuff, that is. When you're taking these things out, and it could be that something goes wrong. Oh, look at that. Yes, okay. So take the top half and the bottom half out. And of course, you've got to put the two halves together to make the whole rainbow generator. Oh, crazy generator. When all other generators are creating power, taste the unlimited power of the rainbow. Oh, taste the rainbow. Here we are. Okay, so I've got a rainbow generator, and this has been a very long time coming. Can I get... Oh, I've still got lever in from earlier. This has been a very, very long time coming. This whole thing has been building up to this, and I'm really excited that it's going to happen right now. I was going to have a couple more automation things doing over here, but I never got around to it, did I? So, rainbow generator is going to go right there. I Oh, I might want to put it a bit further up, actually. I'm worried now that I'm going to break it. And it's going to disappear. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Ah, there it is. Did you feel that then? Did you feel the tension then when I broke it and I lost it and I thought it was going away and it was never going to come back? Oh my days. Alright, so rainbow generator just there. Up in the air a little bit. That's nice. That's nice. That's just right. Okay, so I need to have everything running in order for this to be working. Okay, so I was setting it all up to be automated stuff and things, wasn't I? Everything was going to be automated stuff and things. And all the power was coming into this setup, the power cell setup, and that was then linked all together by the E39 and making lots and lots of cool things happen all the time, right? Well, now we've got to kind of just make sure that this is running. It's unlimited power, right? So you'd never need all of this stuff once you got to that. But all of this stuff kind of moves to make all that. Yeah, you get what I mean? So what we got here? We've got raw mutton from the farm. Okay, we'll go through by the numbers. The culinary. Looks like the culinary's got plenty going for it, so we'll let the culinary start operating. The culinary is now running. Pink. Is pink actually working? Pink doesn't have any pink in it right now. What have we got missing of the pink? I've got to try and get everything to work now, right? Bone meal on there. There's no pink being created there. There's loads of pink dye there, but there's no white wool. White wool is the problem for that, okay? Do I have white wool over here? I do have quite a few stacks of white wool. Let's get some white wool. And let's put the white wool into the setup over here so it can craft that for me. We put this in there like that, and it will start making the pink wool. And then the pink wool will go to the pink wool generator. What I had over here. Let's start beginning. So, from the culinary generator, have a quick look. The culinary generator, a sheep farm tier 1, right? Created wool and created mutton from the sheep farm tier 1. Okay? So the wool and the mutton were supposed to go into these two sections. The mutton goes into there, gets cooked, and then becomes the culinary generator's food source. And then we've got bones coming in to make bone meal over here. The bones then go into a user. I switch the user on, and it makes more of those, right? The peony, right? The little hopper hock collects the peony as it's done, right? Puts that into this place over here, which then turns it into pink dye. The pink dye then gets transferred over to here, where it meets up with the white wool and turns into pink wool. The pink wool is then brought from here, brought into there, and goes into the generator. Okay, so the pink wool ends up coming into the pink wool generator. The pink generator, there we go. Okay, so this should now start filling up there as well. Okay, the slime ball generator. Slime balls are coming from this slime farm, a tier 1 slime farm. So slime balls come from there, and they get then inserted from all of this stuff. The ender chest pulls out the slime balls and puts them into there, which goes into the slime generator. Here we've got a little cow in a jar and another user from extra utilities to put a bucket of milk, or empty bucket, into there, use the empty bucket, gather the milk, and then put it back into here and put it into there when it needs it. So this has a milk and a slime ball, and that makes the slimy generator function. Let's turn that on. Boom, and those two working. This one's a frosty generator. Frosty generator needs ice or snow or something, right? And there is a Britannia flower that I was thinking of setting up in this area to do that. But for right now, we just need some snow. Now, I don't particularly want to turn it on if I'm going to lose all my snow very quickly. There we go. We've got a lot of snow. And I should have some kind of chest somewhere close by for all this as well. But we can get it working just for a few minutes just to show you. There we go. And snowballs. Does it work with snowballs? No. Click for recipe. Snowball is supposed to work. Yeah. So we'll turn it on to always on. Always on, so the snowballs are working in there, right? I would just set up another hopper with a thing there to make it do it all the time, and I'd have generated something else from that as well. Let's get rid of those. Right? Have I got my chest? I don't have chests. I've been using so much stuff up that it's not easy to keep track of what I've got left anymore. Right, we do that. Okay. And I should be able to make another one quickly enough. Yes. Let's do that. And then, hopper! So we've got a lot of things that we needed to make for this generator. And I'm pretty sure I've done most of it. There was some more bits and pieces that I wanted to do and never got round to, which is always annoying, especially when a series is finishing. It's not very often we get a series that finishes on that finale that you're happy with. It's a rare occasion when you get a finale that you're happy with. Sometimes series just drop off, and I always try and finish a series. I don't like to have a series half finished or a series that's not got its final episodes. I always like to see it out to its end, regardless of whether I like it or not. Regardless of whether I like the series or not, I like to be able to sort that out for you. Okay, so we've got that in there. Let's lock that into place now. There we go. Okay, so the snowballs will go into there. There's going to be a way of making snowballs, a snowball generation or something, and that's going to fit into there. And then when I turn it on, that's going to start very quickly getting through the snowballs and activating that. But we'll turn it off for now because I don't want to get through all my snowballs too soon. On this side then, we've got the potion generator. Right? And potion generator just works off water. So I've got an infinite water source here in the name of the sink. A tank that basically sucks water out of the sink, and then it takes the water bottle and fills it, and then puts it into there so that that can then just cycle through water bottles. Right? It just cycles through the water bottles. The water bottle goes in there, fills up with water, comes back empty, fills up with water, and so on. Right? I'm going to leave those two off for now as well. This one, we've got a lava generator. We can just about see in there. It's an Actually Additions lava generator. You just supply power and it creates lava. It's that simple. And I've got some tanks and stuff picking up the lava and putting it into the tanks here. This is a heated redstone generator. We put redstone in it from the witch farm, which I'll show you in a minute. And this one just lava. So both of them take the lava and one of them takes the redstone. And that's all worked out in the back there. And that's from the tier 3. Where did I put the tier 3? It's this one here. This is the tier 3 and it's a witch farm, I believe. Yeah, tier 3 witch farm. Putting witchy stuff in there. Right? That's good. And so the redstone then comes into here from the witch farm. Right? And then these guys, when they turn on, they will also be doing a lot of heat and all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to turn them all on just yet, but they are all working. So we're good there. Right? And then we've got these 3 over here are fairly difficult to maintain, because this one requires, as an overclocker, right, as an overclocked, it actually requires quite a lot. It just bang, bang, bang. That's blocks of charcoal being done there. Blocks of charcoal running, right? So I'm turning it off because I don't want it to be running and fill itself up completely. I need it to actually be functioning. And I think if it fills itself up and the power hasn't got anywhere to go, then it's not technically going to be running in order to make that work. So I've left that alone. This should be wood going through here. Let's take some wood and put some wood in there, and you can see that a furnace generator will just cook anything that a normal furnace would use as power and turn it into power. And the survivalist generator will also do the same thing. Yeah, and I had a little setup here that was supposed to just drop it straight in, but I guess the hopper won't go down into there, so it's not quite as I expected. So that would come off, and we would put one of these on instead. And then that with a pipe. Oh, I sorted that out good and proper. So that with a pipe would then put the pipe going into those two, and that would then sort it all out and put some in there and some in there, and there we go. Okay, so now let's turn that to redstone on, and we can turn this to redstone on as well. Let's put that. Oh, no, not there. Crazy last episode. Come here. I want to get all you working. And I want to get you all working fairly soon as well. Okay, so that's going to be redstone on. Yep. Now, the final two, I think. Oh, actually, no, these two up here are the final two. Those two in there are final two. These ones here, we've got a simple ender pearl generator, the ender generator. We put ender pearls down through that, and we've got a dragon's breath generator. We put the dragon's breath down through that. Okay, so we've got all these things there. Dragon's breath is very difficult to get hold of, but still, it's there. And in this one, we've got these kind of isolated. A death generator, we've got bone blocks from the skeleton farm. I've got a tier something with a skeleton farm in there. And then we're making bone blocks out of bone meal to make this ready to do. But it has an effect, so we don't want to be too close to it, which is why we've got it up here hidden away. And this one is an explosive generator. So gunpowder from the witch farm goes into here. And when I turn that on, there's big bada-booms all over the place, which is not good either. We've also got this one over here, which is 2 enchanted generators. These enchanted generators are supposed to be working all the time, but I've currently got them turned off on the redstone on only. Right? So we'll turn them back on, because there should be more than enough stuff, loot and things for them to work. Yeah, there's quite a lot of loot for them to be working all the time. So we'll have this one can be on all the time. Hold on. Let's actually keep it there for now because of that. Yeah, I need to be using some power because the power cells are super full, like that, super full, and not using anything. So I need to use a lot of power in order to make this work. This should be telling me now what is actually working and what isn't, and it's showing nothing there. So I don't know. These are all capped out. Yeah, capped out. Okay, so I need to use a load of power. Now, how we've been using power is this: we do a shape card type thing, and we go and set a quarry off. So let us quarry out a large section of a world somewhere. Now we select the first corner. So I don't really want to quarry out too much stuff around here, but what have I got going on down here? Nothing. I don't want to quarry out the whole bottom of my cave or castle or anything. I wanted to try and finish this castle off. But where do I go from here? What am I supposed to do other than use up a lot of power so I can demonstrate this whole thing to you? The server's being turned off, so I'm not that bothered about what I take necessarily. I just want to use up a bunch of power with a quarry over here somewhere. I don't believe I've got anything going on below a certain level in my castle. This is kind of like the level that we stick to. So, did you see all this? Like, all of the BS chests everywhere still. If we go somewhere else, are we going to have a problem with it being chunk loaded? I guess we are, aren't we? Okay, let's go down here. And we can go through quite a few blocks, I suppose, down here. Boom, 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 boom. Let's get a hollow space, or a space down here that we can hollow out. Okay, if we go all the way down to 0, and I'm being very risky here, aren't I? Because I'm doing this digging straight down business. I need to get all the way to the bottom, digging straight down, being careful not to fall into any lava on the way. Alright, that'll do. So that's the first corner. Go to that. And then way over there somewhere, what are we going to do? Something over this side somewhere. Let's go underneath here. We'll go out this way and we'll go down into the floor over here. And we'll go down a few, not too many, but a few. Right, and then we'll select that as the second corner. Okay, so we've got 2 corners and it's well away from any of the stuff that I'm using, which is essentially a great idea, isn't it? Essentially, let's not put it all over the place. Let's not chop up my base before we leave. I do like this base. I wish I had more time on the server, more interest playing the server. Okay, there we go. Let's go click on. Okay, so now it's quarrying out all of that stuff. Yes, it's quarrying out all that stuff. It should be using a lot of power as well to quarry all that stuff out. Yeah. So we should be then using up the power from these different generator sources. So, like, these should all be taking a little bit. Yeah, it's going down fairly rapidly now. So we'll let that go down a little bit. We've got one more. Let me up. We've got one more that we need to see, right, before we set it all off, and that's the Nether star generator. The Nether star generator does a very large wither effect, and so I've hidden it way up out of the way, and hopefully it's still functioning. If not, yeah, you can see that it's got quite a large particle effect going on around it, and that gives you wither, as if you're fighting the wither boss, right? Which we don't want that, do we? We don't want that. Okay, so that's fairly costly. Nether stars. But all of these things can be generated through woot farms. The only thing I haven't found being able to generate through a woot farm, or the system I've got set up here, was the snowballs. And for that I was going to need the Britannia. But that's by the by. Let's see if we can get everything running now. Okay, so you are currently off. Or are you off? Let's see. Okay, you are good to go. Are you running? Yes, you are running. Okay, pink generator. Has no pink. I've used up all the pink. And no milk. So I need to kind of give it a little bit just to set it all up and get it all ready so I can go around and turn all of these things on at the same time so that they're all running at the same time. Because if one of them isn't running, then I'm basically going to waste a dragon breath. And as I have a limited supply of dragon breath, it's the only thing I have a limited supply of, 9. We will be struggling a bit with that, won't we? We'll be struggling a bit with that. So I need to figure on turning all of these things on and off independently and together, build up a supply of all the things it needs, and empty out my battery supply, which is working quite nicely now, so that I can have them all running at the same time, and show you the rainbow generator fully operational. Okay, I think I've got it prepped. What I'm doing is I'm sending a redstone signal through a redstone receiver, redstone transmitter setup. So over here, let's just go with, I've made 16 of the redstone receivers and 1 redstone transmitter. Okay, and they are easy enough to make. Takes quite a bit of comparators, and these machine bases are fairly simple to make as well. So I've made 1 transmitter and I've made 16 receivers. Okay, now once you've done that, you set up the transmitter first and it will give you a channel. It will automatically cycle through the next available channel, and it seems that there are 16 channels already out there on the server, because this is channel 17. Okay, and then you right click all of the receivers onto the transmitter to tell it what the channel is for the receiver, right? And then I've been out and I've put all of those receivers, channel 17, facing in. Now you can use a hammer or something to turn those around, right? You right click to turn them around to face the direction you want the redstone signal to go. And then I've got, each one is set up to redstone on. So they're only on if the redstone's on. This one I've put the first dragon's breath in, saving 8. I could automatically do it, but I decided I didn't want to. I've topped everything up. Everything's got some enough to keep it going. I believe it looks good enough to me. There's a hopper full of pink wool there. The slime is filling up nicely. Yes. Snowballs. Yes. Everything's looking good. Everything's looking like we're stocked up and ready to have everything running at once, right? The wither is all set up as well. The wither skelly one as well. The nether star one. This is all set up so I don't have to be close by when this is going off, which is good as well. Although actually I'm going to be fairly close by over here when that's going off. I don't know. But we're going to test it out. We're going to try it out. We're going to figure it out, see if it works, and turn everything on. Oh yes, it worked for a second. It's working briefly. The briefest of times. everything's running briefest of times. But when this generates, it is generating 25 million RF per tick. While everything's running, 25 million RF per tick. Now I really want to get myself a I want to get myself a screenshot right here, ready for my thumbnail, because it is finally here, folks. Thank you all very much for watching this season of FTOG server Quantus. I hope you enjoyed my couple of seasons here at the FTOG. I'm very sad to say that it's not continuing, that we are now done, and by the looks of it, so here's my generator here. Let's turn it back around. Let's go. Turn it off. Okay, let it stock up. That's probably just used up everything from one of the things already. Possibly used up this already. No, it doesn't use that up already. What? Something ran out already. But maybe this? No, that didn't. That maybe ran out quickly. Something just ran out very, very quickly to turn it all off. At least we saw it active for a little while. Bit of messing about, a bit of planning, and maybe I could have made that a little bit better. But anyway, thank you all very much for watching this season of Quantus on the FTOG server. I hope you have enjoyed. I hope you've left likes and comments, and I hope I got to read all your comments and answer them wherever possible. Thank you all very much for watching. I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.